don't put words in my mouth that I'm very optimistic. I've never been so optimistic in my entire life as right now because the lines are drawn.
On a percentage basis, what would you say are the chances of your winning on a percentage basis?
I'd say they were better than George Wallace's 4 years ago, but not as good as George Wallace's would have been had he not been gunned down this year.
Still on a percentage basis?
Oh, I haven't figured that out. Look, we're just taking them one at a time.
I think that at this point we should start electing only lawyers as JPs. However, at the same time, I know that we have many non-lawyer JPs in the state of Texas who are good JPs, and they're qualified by experience that they've had. You know, not only does a person sitting on a judicial bench need a certain amount of education, but he also needs experience to mature him for the job that he holds. And I think that there should be certain exceptions to any such proposed rigid rule.
I think it was a case of what seemed to be, in my telephone conversation with him, a very nice reporter who simply had to do an article on the whole matter and was fishing for information. Since he had talked to me, he mentioned my name, and then it came up in connection in that article with matters that I'd rather not be associated with. So I made a denial as soon as I returned to Dallas.
You better believe it. I think Kathy is the finest golfer. As far as being competitor, she is a remarkable competitor, and I have nothing but admiration and respect for her game and Kathy as a person. She is really tremendous, and to be thrown into a sudden death playoff with her is rather an awesome type feeling. And I just said, play my best and forget she's Kathy Whitworth and see what I can do. And so when that putt fell in on the extra hole, I found it hard to believe. I was really in a state of shock.
I saw him over there. I figured he had some kind of action. Do you feel that some of the raises within this budget are too high?
It is difficult. We depend on our professionals to analyze the wage and salaries paid by comparable industry in our local area, and I don't think any of them are out of line one way or the other.
It really looks like the raises are more than they actually are. Some of them have been far inequitable in the past, and they're bringing them simply up to a comparable level with other industries, private industry.
Well, the only way that we can maintain the caliber of personnel is to be certain that they're adequately compensated.
We have a chance to do something that will have some lasting impact. And of course, as Bob mentioned, Fort Worth has the #1 goal of career education. Dallas has as its #1 goal career education, and our theme for this year is making every kid a winner.
We have suggested a number of ways in not only in the executive order that was signed by the President, but in the Interior Department's release and in the program that we've developed, our agency has developed with the Interior Department, of hunting and trapping and denning and methods of that kind.
As the hiding place of Lee Harvey Oswald when he fatally shot President Kennedy in November of 1963, the Old Texas School Book Depository has been a dilemma for Dallas for the past 10 years. City fathers have feared the constant stream of sightseers visiting the area would cause promoters to buy the building so they could profit from what happened here. But at today's council meeting, a citizens group came forward with a plan to end all that by purchasing the building with private money, with the idea of demolishing the structure in favor of a memorial to the slain president.
It's, in our opinion, no shrine at all. It's a complete detriment to the city and something which should be eliminated.
The appearance of Dallas Onward was part of a campaign led by Councilmen Fred Zeter and Russell Smith to overturn the resolution approved by the council last week, which seeks to designate the old depository as a national historical monument. But the Zeter-Smith resolution never came before the council today because of a legal technicality. And so all this means the building's future still is unsettled. While private funds are being sought to buy it, there still is that directive to register the structure as an historic monument. Jack Hill, Channel 8 News on the Move.
Get out, had a baby, had a boy buck. Get out. Come on, Mike! Come on, Nick. Come on, Mickey. Come on, Mick Floyd. Now, well,
maintain that it's time to quit talking about the program and start feeding some of these aged and elderly people that the program was designed to feed. And you know, we've been going along here, as I say, for 18 months, and nothing's been done, and they're still talking about planting it. And I think it's time that the DCA gets their programs together and feed the people that it was intended to feed.
Your complex reaction time, your perception distance, all that stuff, forget it. You're talking to 8th grade people, you're going to confuse them. If you're talking to high school driver ed teachers, PhDs, say complex perception, all these other things that I know too. But you're going to be talking to John Q. Public, all they need to know is reaction distance and braking distance.
Yes, the insurance industry went to the Board of Insurance and requested that all passenger car drivers be given this discount provided that they have completed this course. We feel that it will reduce the accidents that much or more.
Well, I think that the lobby as a whole will be opposed to it, and I think they will be doing everything they can to try to prevent its passage. But I feel that since about half of the senators and representatives will be up for election in November, that they will be wanting to do what their constituents want them to do. And certainly the people are overwhelmingly in favor of competitive rates. Secondly, I feel that it's very badly needed, and that the other half of the senators and representatives that are lame ducks will want to do the right thing. So I think it's going to be a wholesome atmosphere for the passage.